All right, guys. I'm ready. Nigel, you ready?
I am Slop. Do you see the new overlay? I want to know what the people think of it. I think it's pretty clean.
Let me look. Hang on. It just says hit the button. Hang on. It says start. So it'll start. It takes me a
Yeah,
minute. But yeah, I bet you it's sweet. The design guys at OddsJam are probably some of the best I've ever seen. Oh yeah, that's legit.
right? It's clean.
Yeah, that is very clean. X, YouTube. Look at that. Wow. Wow. Where's the chat? Where's what's up, Instant Zen? How you doing, bro? We need Bobby Big Wheels. We need Jeff
Yeah,
in here because I'll be honest with you, I was kind of happy with yesterday. The first game at least, but the second game that stunk. Also, too, I did not watch it because I don't have Peacock. I'm not doing it, bro. I'm not. I decided no. What about
I,
you? Do you have Peacock? Did you watch that game?
I do have Peacock, and I did watch it. Although there was a
Yeah.
bunch of tech issues, it kept buffering for me, and the feed kept going like shit quality, decent quality shit. Like it just kept doing that, so I wasn't paying super close attention to it. And it was pretty clear, like halfway through the third quarter, the Dolphins weren't going to score again, so I turned it off.
Yeah, that stunk for them. It stunk for them and the Browns people because obviously the list of teams that can win the Super Bowl. Nice work, Jeff. The list of teams that can win the Super Bowl did not include the Browns or the Dolphins, and there were some people, not all, but some people in there chirping me. Mike was, remember Mike came in the Thunderdome, the fade the polls, Mike.
Yeah, yeah,
He was saying about the Browns, so they're now done. So he will not say that again.
yeah. That defense ended up
Not
being
this year.
fraudulent, huh?
Yeah, that was a very fraudulent defense. On Karen, what's up? What else? Yeah, I bet you loved it, Jeff. The Harrison Butker experience. But yeah, so the Dolphins people, they weren't too vocal in there. Like some people said the Dolphins. I was just like, guys, like relax. Like the Dolphins are not going to the Super Bowl. They're not going to win it. Like they're going to lose first round. They did. It happens. You know what I mean? But here's the thing. Yeah, Brandon, I'm not doing that, man. Like I don't think that's cool. Like they got to find a better way. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think that's cool to be like, hey, if you want to watch this NFL game, mind you, NFL games have always been free playoffs, like always. Like you get to watch the playoffs, all of them for free. And if you have what it's not even cable rights, network TV, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. They never
Yeah.
put it in.
So like,
Well, except for they always had the Monday night, or recently the Monday night ESPN game. I think that's cable technically.
yeah, you need cable technically. Yeah, I don't know. I was just like, whatever, dude. Like, I don't know. Like, don't make me get Peacock. Especially, don't make me get uh, a streaming service, called the Cock. Like, I'm not like, you know what I mean? Like, come on, man.
I will say
Not
this
cool.
about Peacock Slop though. They have that new show, the Ted show. You remember the Ted movies with the bear?
Yeah,
They have a
good
show
show.
now that they did. It's like takes place in the early '90s when like Mark Wahlberg's young with Ted. It's fucking hilarious. Like really worth it. Hilarious.
Okay. I don't know, but
So
like, put it on NBC then.
they can't. It's
Oh,
R-rated.
okay. I don't know. I just don't like anything that's I don't know called the Cock. Just feels weird to say like, it's on the Cock. Like, this is just bad. I'm not gonna say that again after this whole stream. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. See, I don't though, Jeff. I just got done saying I don't. You like it, bro. Probably. Actually, we know Jeff doesn't. Jeff is literally at the dollhouse right now. All right, so maybe I check it out. I did treats. I did the package on YouTube TV, and it was amazing. I could watch 4 games at one time. If my wife would have let me, I would have had another TV in the living room so we could have had 8 games at one time. Never happened. Maybe another time. But I don't know. Like it was awesome. Like so, I'm not opposed to buying things for it. I'm just opposed to them telling me I have to watch a playoff game that I've always been to watch for free. I'm like, dude, screw you guys. Whatever. Fight the man. All right, that's all I'm saying. But anyways, this is not even why we're doing this stream. We're not with this stream. I don't even like complaining. I'm not a complainer. That's Jeff's job in the chat. Go look. Like half of his posts or complaints about like people not respecting kickers, but whatever, they're still complaints. But I'm saying today, Nigel, we should get both games should be awesome. You agree with that?
Yeah, on paper, I'm pretty disappointed with Buffalo getting all soft and not playing because of a little snowstorm. Pussies.
Bro, you're missing the forest for the trees or whatever they say. That's 2 games Monday, bro.
That's true.
So Martin Luther King Day, we're gonna be watching basketball
Yeah, they
all
got
day
daily
long,
basketball. Yeah.
and we've got NFL 2 games, 4:30. You know what I'm saying, like, dude? Not for nothing. Maybe they should have just done that to begin with. I think that they didn't want to steal the NBA's thunder to begin with, and they were like, we kind of have to. You know what I mean? But like now it's gonna be like, why don't we just do this every year?
They don't give a shit about that. They stole it on Christmas.
They stole Christmas, yeah. But again, they always pretended like they did. They never did care. I'm not saying that. I'm saying they pretended like they care, but now they don't have to even do that.
Yeah.
It's like, whatever, guys. Like, we'll just take your day. Anyways, that's not what this stream's about. This stream today, I think, is about. Hang on, what's Davey Davis saying? As a Steelers fan, I wanted some snow games. Thought they were soft for the storm. Yeah, no, dude. Like, I don't have a problem with them moving the game because of weather. Like, if it's not safe for like people to go there, I'm not talking about the players. Not that I don't care about the players. Dude, those guys they're tough, dude. They're fine. But like people going to the game, like, why would you know what I'm trying to say? Like, why are we gonna have a game right in the middle of a storm that's like that you wouldn't even leave your house for? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that doesn't make that much sense.
Slop, what do you think about I've been seeing on gambling Twitter, the controversy, like people's bets won't be voided because the game is within a week and like
within
a lot of
7 days. Dude, we always had to live with that.
I know, but it's just like a lot of people were betting like based on the fact that there was going to be like a heavy snow and probably
I know
running.
Those people, hey, you gotta adjust now.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it doesn't stink. Like, that sucks. But like, what are you gonna do? You knew that could happen. Yeah. You knew who you're playing against, dude. That means that you should hate them more. That means that you should actually be putting together a bigger parlay now, just to make up for all the money they just stole from you when they did that.
Would you hedge if you had a bunch of action on like a heavy Steelers ground game and now?
It depends. See, here's the thing. I don't take unders, so that'll never happen to me. That's losers. You know what I mean? Why would you guys take an unders? You guys thought you were getting over, and they just came back over the top of you, and we're just like, hey, look what we can do. We can just move the game to where it's not going to go under. It's like, all right, well, now all your under tickets are terrible.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah. No, but the players, I'm not saying like F the players, but I'm just saying like they can handle. I'm not really worried about them. Like, they can handle it. It's more of like, if I don't know, have you ever been through a snowstorm up like where it's just like ridiculous? Like, you wouldn't be out of the house. Like, why would you be out at a game? Is my point. Why have a game that everybody could just go to? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not.
Yeah, no, it's dangerous for the fans. But I it would have looked cool.
Yeah, no, I'm cool with it. I'm saying play it. I'm just saying I don't get like why everyone hates him for moving it. Like, dude, it kind of makes sense. Like, you can't just be like, oh, that doesn't make sense. Like, yeah, it does. 100% does. Like, why wouldn't it? I still say they should play it, but whatever. Makes sense. I get why they would move it. Again, not the point though. We gotta stop getting off track here. We came here to make what I think could be the greatest over parlay of all time, because that's just the 2 games we have today. Do you think the Packers have a chance? Like, I've been getting a little bit of hate, not a lot, a little bit, about my Jordan Love stance, and I think Jordan Love throws for 250 plus today, maybe even 300. Are the Cowboys
You're on the
that
Packers.
good?
You're on the Packers that game, aren't you? Like sneaky on the Packers.
I think they can cover that. I don't know. My bad. Sorry. I don't know if they can cover that. I'm not even a guy that I wouldn't even bet that. I would bet that Jordan Love throws for 250 though. I don't think they're that good.
The Packers team, though, I don't know. They're a little bit of Jekyll and Hyde, right? Like they had the good run, and then they looked terrible against the Giants. Like, I don't know.
It was outside. It was kind of cold. This game's inside.
I mean, they're Green Bay.
Cats. They're inside cats.
Green Bay is inside cats?
Yeah, that's what they've changed into.
It's pretty stupid strategy.
I'm trying to get to the positive EV page.
You're on it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm on the positive the screen.
Oh.
What am I doing here? They're gonna be playing. Yeah. See, Zai, thank you. Not saying you've seen a lot of Aaron Jones. Really, Chip guy? All right. So no, I'm not saying that the Packers are really going to be like they're good or blah, blah, blah. I just think that they're going to get behind and they're going to have to throw the ball. They're not going to be able to sit on it. Like they do the same thing the Rams do, where they kind of sit on the ball and just kind of hang out. And it's like, I don't think that's going to happen today. And that's going to cause both those games to be a lot more exciting than, they would be.
I think if you're the Packers, you need to come out fast because like that stadium will get tight really quick if you jump out like 10-0. Like the crowd will get quiet, everyone will be nervous. Like that's the strategy. You got to come out fast.
I want Jordan Love to throw for 400 yards. I think that could happen and they could lose. Like that's the thing. Like around playoff times, if you've been posting in this space, the sports betting space, you start getting guys like the fans kind of come at you and you're like, dude, what are you talking about? You know what I mean? They're like, oh, the Packers are terrible. They're going to roll by the Cowboys. And you're like, buddy, the Jordan Love could easily throw for 300 yards and the Packers lose by 30 points. Like that's not, you know what I mean? Like that's not out of the cards. Like no one's talking about whether the Packers are going to do well against them. I'm saying they're going to get behind. He's going to throw all day.
Also, everyone always forgets, and we were reminded yesterday, is like you overrate regular season performances at your own peril. Look at that Browns defense. Look what happened. Like you got to be careful with that stuff.
You see Njoku?
Yeah, I did.
That might have been the greatest bet of all time, dude. That was unbelievable. I was just like, look at this guy. He catches the first one for 45. We're at a soccer game, the one where they sell beers. So me and my buddy Keith, we're just watching the soccer game. We got the game on the phone, drinking beers. And Njoku's going nuts. He had like a 250+ parlay from both quarterbacks. It was just all-time scene. You know what I mean? Like I was like, this is a great game. And then it kind of reminded me of the next game's going to stink because I don't have Peacock and the game's in like negative degree weather, so it's not even going to be good. Plus, it's the Dolphins, so Tua, he ain't going to do nothing.
I like that Goff bet on the top there. I know it's only 1%, but I think he throws a pick.
Okay, yeah, here. You know what? Let's do this. All right, so we got to be responsible, all right? Like, that's the key. We got to be responsible about being irresponsible, if that makes any sense. So what I would do, is we'll do 2 plus money bets from the EV page at OddsJam. If you don't know what the EV page at OddsJam is, it is about as legit as anything could be ever. There's a link in the description. You can get it for 2 weeks for free. It basically just scans the market. Like, all right, people have been betting on stale lines forever. All right, ever since there's been one sports book or 2 sports books, then stale lines have existed. Okay. Well, what this tool does though that people never had before was it scans the market across all the books, every book on the planet, and all you got to do is put the books that you have into your account, and it will find you stale lines. All right. Like this one, Devonta Smith over 5.5 receptions at Caesars. If you look, it's plus 106 there. The no vig odds should be plus 102, almost 103, really. You got minus 101 at Pinnacle, minus 122 at FanDuel, minus 115 at DraftKings. I mean, there it is. If you got Caesars or if you have BetMGM, you could actually bet this too because you're getting a better number than the no vig odds. But plus 106 at Caesars. Right there. That's one. Now, stale lines have never been easier to capitalize on. Never. So if you're a stale line guy, guess what? You're in the right place. And if you're not, guess what? You might actually be a stale line guy and you don't even know it. You could have been walking around your whole life as a stale line guy and just learned it today. And then the one Nigel likes, I like this too. I'm just pinning on Nigel for when this doesn't happen. I just be like, yeah, Nigel, I'm just kidding. I like it. Jared Goff to throw a pick, plus 123 at Caesars, plus 110 at DraftKings, minus 107 at Pinnacle. Sharpest book in the world is only giving you minus 107. Minus 105 at Bovada. So this is technically plus EV at ESPN Bet and Actually, no, it's not. My
It's a
bad.
little
It's
under, yeah.
almost like right on the edge of plus EV at BetMGM and ESPN Bet. Caesars plus 123. The fair odds should be plus 120. If you want to just do beat Pinnacle, like that's a strategy guys do that I heard. And to be honest with you, not the worst idea. Minus 107, you're getting plus 123. I mean, you do the like you're killing the Pinnacle line.
And,
So if you just want to beat Pinnacle, you can do that.
and we talked about it on Thursday with these NFL playoffs. These lines are sharp. We're not going to find enormous edges, so you got to take advantage of the small edges when you get them.
Yeah, and too, but like these numbers have been out for a while now. So, you know, De Niro, I'm with you, man. Like, I think he goes pretty high today. Has nothing to do with Dallas defense. Really doesn't. Really doesn't. It has everything to do with the fact that I think that offense scores on Green Bay, and we get to see what happens when they have to lean on Jordan Love. And that I think he's going to throw for a lot of yards, probably not win the game, and everyone goes home. I mean, I don't know. That's just how it goes. That's why we'll always have an edge, because there's always like the fanboy that jumps in to betting, and they think it's about that. They think they're betting against Dallas when they take Jordan Love's passing yards over. And you're like, dude, you're kind of betting on Dallas. If that, you know what I'm trying to say, Nigel? Like, you're literally betting on Dallas.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think he's more likely to throw over if they lose than win.
I like that. True Allah. Both are wrong. He won't throw no picks today. It's not. We're not actually saying right. We're saying like you have an edge in the market. Does that make sense? Like if you take the over, then you have an edge. Does that make sense?
Yeah, you can't possibly predict it either way. You're not a
Yeah, you're not
fortune teller.
necessarily predicting one. Yeah, like we're not like fortune tellers here, bro. Like I'm not a psychic. I'm saying if you were looking to take that, you would take it at Caesars because it's a way better number than anywhere else. Green Bay gets up. Oh, so we have an actual psychic in here. Green Bay gets up early and loses by 3. Those are my favorite. You're like, all right. Okay.
So we bet Green Bay first quarter money line. Should we do it?
Yeah, so you're on. So post your tickets, since I mean, like you have it done. So like post these tickets. I would love to follow a guy that knows that. It's a lot easier just to like be psychic and know it like that, like Allah, than to actually go through and have to do what we have to do. Like we're grinders, you know what I mean? Like we don't have the psychic ability. Not our fault. Like we tried, but we just didn't get it.
I lost my sports almanac.
Yeah, I know. My sports almanac, it only went up to 2023.
Oh yeah.
So I'm done from
You're screwed now.
Yeah, I'm done. Jordan, that it is a good spot for Cup. I do think that I still like the Robinson guy, even though it is a playoff game. I think Stafford trusts him. And you have to you got to be so aware of Puka and Cooper Kupp that I think that Demarcus Robinson, he can get a sneaky 50. You know what I mean? I'm not saying they're going to lean on this guy. No one's saying that. I'm just saying that he's around.
What's your gut on that game, Slop?
I think the Lions are going to lose the game today, and I don't like it. I want them to win. Please don't get me wrong. I'm going to be wearing a Detroit Lions shirt, okay? I'm just going to be. I really want them to win. I'm just saying that I think we're going to turn this game on, and we're going to watch Matthew Stafford just light them up, and it's like, this sucks for them. You know what I'm saying? Like, just because, like, he was there for so long. He was their golden boy. He got taken first. And you're like, this is like the meanest thing that could happen to Detroit. And like, then what happens to Detroit? Mean things. Always. The mean stuff always happens to these people. Barry Sanders just retires. Calvin Johnson just retired. You know what I mean? Like Stafford gets traded for Goff, and then Stafford comes back to Detroit and lights them up. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, how does that not happen?
Also, just playoffs me, like, coaching mismatches, like I just weight them way more than in the regular season. I think that's a pretty significant coaching mismatch, if I'm honest. I like Dan Campbell, but he's not in McVay's class.
I'm a Dan Campbell guy. I love him. But yeah, Gibbs over 11.5 rushing attempts plus 105. Not bad, dude. I mean, I don't love it, but like I said, Should be even money. And if you look at other places, minus 120s kind of litter the board. Minus 111 at Bet Online, very sharp offshore. Minus 122 at FanDuel, and then you're getting a plus 105. Yikes.
That's a pretty significant edge.
Okay, so I feel like we've given – that's 3 bets right there. You hit 2 of them, you're in the money. No, Scott, I don't know. I don't know. Actually, I don't even watch the media. I haven't really seen too much of the Stafford angle, if there is one. Yeah, Jeff, I own a Lions shirt, bro. What are you gonna do? You know what I mean? You bet kickers, dude. You can't call people losers if you bet kickers. You just have to accept that that's the bucket that you're in. You know what I mean? It's fine. But I don't know. Yeah, I don't know that of course the media's all over the Stafford angle, but like Goff, I don't know how good he is. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't. Like he's good. I just don't know that. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm saying here. I don't think he's Stafford, even still.
I also would be scared of I don't want Goff to be trying to win the game. Like he's kind of the guy you just want to make the throws when it's open. Don't screw it up. Like don't try to be a hero.
Yeah. All right, Willie, what's up, bro? And if Watson is out, Bo Melton could be. I agree. The only thing is, Bobby Big Wheels, what do you think about Heath? Because he seems to be a guy that I don't know, like that the Packers like. So, and they like Melton too, obviously. So, are they splitting snaps? Like, how is that even working? I would love to know more about the thought process of which guys on the field and when. Yeah, Scott, man, like it's a confusing time for everybody, bro. Like this is so Stafford comes back to Detroit in the first round of the playoffs when Detroit's good, but then Stafford kind of has they're kind of a wagon too. If you look at that offense, like where they're at right now, and it's just like, oh, like why would this have to happen? Like why couldn't this happen next round? Do you know what I mean? Like why would this happen first round of the play? These guys finally get a playoff game. They have a legit team. Detroit does. They're legit, and they get to play Stafford. And yeah, it's stupid. Inside, so there's no weather stuff. What if this was outside? Goff would be screwed.
Oh yeah.
Matthew, we're gonna get to that in just a second, but yeah, I'm with you, bro. Jeff, you've developed a proprietary formula on kicking props that smiles ahead of them. Jeff, you don't even know what proprietary formula means. I'm surprised you could spell it. You definitely have like spell check on your computer. There's no way. But Bobby Big Wheels, you see what I'm saying? Heath, like which one? And here's the thing that a lot of people don't get. What about Luke Musgrave? Let's just build the parlay because I'm gonna ruin it for everybody here. Hang on one second. I'm just gonna get into FanDuel real quick. I'm not gonna show you my login stuff like I did before. My bad on that. To me, change my password, change my email address. I had to move. I'm just kidding. I didn't move. All right, so we're back in. The bets I actually got to take was Jordan Love 250 plus. It was still plus 104 like the next day after the Thunderdome. Well, that night, I think. I don't know when I bet it, but whatever. That's always scary. But they'll cash me out for 100 right now. That means his yards are higher. Can you see the screen, Nigel?
Yes.
All right, so how about this for a fresh take, Bobby Big Wheels? You're going to love this. What about I'm going to show you. You're going to be like, what are you doing? But what about this one? Luke Musgrave 25 plus. Oh, Karen, I think both games go over. And Chip Guy, yeah, the Rams are peaking at the right time. What do you think of Musgrave? He came back and played last week, but barely played. Guy had a lacerated kidney. Okay, he left, came back, had a lacerated kidney. So, they eased him back in. It's been another week now. I think he takes that other guy's job.
Well, the good news, Slop, is you only need one kidney. Everyone knows that, so.
Yeah, that's obviously. He should have sold the lacerated one.
Yeah.
No, but what I'm saying is I know Dallas does not give it up to the tight end, like at all. But at the same time, they're going to have to be throwing. It's 25 yards. It's 25 yards. That's not that many. He barely played last week. He got 11. The other guy got 31. But if you go back and look, like here's what I'm saying here. I'm going to get the score app out, really drive this point home. Where's Restivo? He's not even in here. I just saw you were talking to him on Slack.
No, he's not here. He's probably not awake. Or he's
I mean,
2
what
hours.
time is it?
He's Mountain West, I think, so it's 8 o'clock.
I'm not good at math. He's probably not awake. All right, so they didn't play a ton of tight ends, though. Like Logan Thomas last week, or the last time they played, but that, I mean, does that matter? It's Logan Thomas, and it's whatchamacallit throwing to him. But Laporta went 7 for 84 against them. All right, that's not that bad. All right, the week before that, Durham Smythe, the law firm, 5 for 56. You see what I'm saying now, Nigel?
Yeah.
Like, just can't be involved. Like, why not, dude? And then they had the win game against Buffalo, so don't even count that. It was a weather game. I don't know about what wind it was, but Goddard, 4 for 30. They don't even throw to him anymore. Like, they forgot they even have him, the Eagles. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even think they know he's on the roster anymore. So I think we start there. Unless someone gives me an argument that we don't play Musgrave 25+ in that game, I think it's a no-brainer. I think we do it. Jake, I don't know if I'm ready for Jake Ferguson yet, man. NYC.
He cost you the ladder.
He cost me the ladder. And the thing is, if I would have had Jamison Williams like I wanted to that day, but I didn't have the stones, it would have I would have cashed a ladder. Probably. Because I think I won the next day on Waller. So yeah, we would have cashed the ladder. We would have been so rich.
Hey Slop, here's an idea. Why don't we do 2 touchdowns from each game?
Okay, with Musgrave, you're saying?
Yeah, keep Musgrave in there.
All right, so who's throwing or who 2 touchdowns? So for the next 4 games, so we'll go to bed tonight, champions.
Well, we can just do today. We'll do a stream tomorrow.
Okay. I think we throw in the touchdown ones in there. You got to throw it to someone. Yep, Brandon. That is a fact.
Dobbs. I like Cooks. He's been scoring a lot lately.
You know what we do.
Ooh.
I mean, he might not play, but feels like this would be the problem with this. All right, I'm gonna tell you the problem right now is Dallas defense. They don't really give you a lot in terms of like touchdown guys. Like you don't go hunting receiver touchdowns. I don't think against these guys. Hang on, I'm pulling it up just so I don't say anything totally stupid. But I don't. If I remember right, when I was looking at it the other day, I was like, "Yikes!"
Who's Gilmore covering for the? Is it going to be Watson? Or is it going to be?
I don't know. I think Gilmore's old. I think he's played out. Yeah, they only gave up 11 touchdowns to receivers this season.
He's a big game guy, though. I watched him on the Pats. He plays better in big games.
Okay. Or maybe Jaden Reed then. I think Gilmore's done. I think corner is a position where you fall off and you fall off. There is no like gradual.
Yeah, there's no slope.
Like you're just not good anymore.
What makes you think he's done? Hasn't he had a good year?
I don't think so. I don't know.
Okay. I was under the impression he was been good.
I think he might have been.
We're just inventing a story that he's washed.
Yeah, I think he's washed. I just know by his age and the fact that the Patriots really didn't like. You don't just like walk. You know what I'm trying to say? Like walk off, and you would still like you don't hear about him. So it's like, yeah, he probably just fell off. Did anybody have a PFF subscription? Just go in and find out like the passer rating against him and stuff like that. Was he targeted a lot? Because back in the that's how you find out. Like if a guy goes from not getting targeted ever to like he gets targeted a lot, yeah, I don't respect him anymore.
The Revis rule, when basically no one targeted him.
Yeah, like you can't be like, oh well, he don't have the stats. I'm like, dude, look at how many few times they target him. That means he's good. So like that's literally. I don't have the PFF subscription. I don't know. Like I'm gonna get OddsJam to pay for it for me. I don't think they will though. They're like, dude, you don't need that. Like, that's the first thing they're going to say is you don't need that. I like passer rating JMNYC against them. Like, that ain't bad. Yeah, but I don't know. We need 2 touchdowns, though, guys.
Someone from the Cowboys, obviously. I mean, Lamb is easy, but
So if we have both, like, I would say Lamb scores twice. Like, we can't overcomplicate this thing.
are you going
All
Lamb?
we really need is 4 touchdowns in this game. Just
Oh, so you're going guys to score 2 touchdowns. I thought we were just doing
yeah.
4 touchdowns total, 2 from each game.
I mean, what's better than 4? Like 8, right? It's like twice as good.
Yeah.
I mean, do you think we'll see two guys score 2 touchdowns?
I don't think we'll see 4.
I think 4 touchdowns will happen in that game. All right, so I think we go CeeDee Lamb too. I think the Cowboys they are about as, I don't even know the word, transparent as anybody. Like they want to feed CeeDee Lamb the ball. You think Jake Ferguson scoring 2 though, guys? Like who's going to score 2?
Slop, how about this? We do 2 touchdown guys, 2 of them, 1 from each game, and 2 alt unders.
And here's what I'm going to stop you there. We can't do that.
Okay, I thought you were all about those negative correlations.
I was, but then not in these 2 games because these I plan on watching as much as I can, and I do not want to start thinking like, oh God, stop scoring. Like, I want to just pour it on, like the whole time. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you know what happened? Like every time you start watching these pilot shorts, yeah, please subscribe. I think you're talking about this channel. I hope you are. All right, so CD to score 2, and then, I mean, do you just go Puka or Sun God and just call it a day? He doesn't really score touchdowns, but that's what they want you to think. You know what I mean?
Oh, the good point lowdown.
What's he saying?
He got snubbed from the Pro Bowl, so he might be motivated.
Done. Say no more. I don't even think I have I don't even use my stuff. Is there such things like, is there a promo?
There's got to be. Profit boost right there, right?
Nah, it's live. Ever since we got bamboozled on that one. Can we use the Australian Open profit boost? Anybody? Tennis? Anyone? All right, so this one, let's go 100. 100 get you 4,400. That would be fun, but I'm not doing that. I'm not doing a full unit on, you know what I'm saying, like a 2 touchdown.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: CeeDee Lamb and Sun God to score 2 touchdowns each, $10 get you 440. Come on, guys. They're gonna run as much as pass. Yeah, maybe. Here's the thing, though. They want to run, but what I'll tell you about Detroit is, can you guys name the team in the NFL that gave up the least amount of rushing yards this season? Who was that?
I'm gonna guess it was the Rams, given the nature of the question.
It was the Detroit Lions because Kyron will be running against them. So there's that. And then also, too, they only gave up 9 rushing touchdowns on the season. I don't know. I think that run defense is tough enough, and I think I think the Rams know that, and they know that you just attack the secondary. So you might not even see balls end up in that I guess the 10-yard line and closer. So you might not even see too many snaps from there too. I think they just throw on these dudes. On the season, they gave up everything in the pass game. Like, it was just whatever you want to do, you can just go ahead and do it. Right?
Yeah.
28 touchdowns through the air this season. Not the worst. I mean, I guess you could do worse than that. So, I mean, they kind of buckled down maybe. But I don't know. 22 touchdowns were 2 receivers. So maybe we should be doing a Rams receiver and not Sun God. But Sun God, I mean, the Rams gave up 15 on the year to receivers.
JM
Again,
NYC does make a good point there. Like we talked
which
about it with the
one?
Browns, the regular season stats and using them in the playoffs. It's so matchup specific in the playoffs.
Yeah, well, again, though, this is how you beat them, though. And yeah, you can't just take one though and be like, "Yep, that's it." You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Like, you can't. The signs were there for the Browns because they went from. Trying to think, if you go back and look at the last few games of the regular season for them, obviously not the last one because they played backups, but they were not great. They were good earlier, and I was trying to figure out why, but I never could figure out why. I never did. Like, I think it might have been injuries in the secondary or something weird, but
There's just more tape too.
yeah, like they were not great. Trying to think, gave up 27 to the Jags towards the end of the year. Well, Lawrence threw like 3 picks that day. Remember that?
Yeah.
That was the first time you're like, oh, really? Like, so you guys are like really good. So I mean, I don't know. Maybe the Browns were just overrated. There's always that. But I think NYC just came in here just to kind of.
I like this point.
Yeah.
I think we sometimes like overlook that stuff, and then the games end and we're like, shit, we're dumb.
Yeah, well, also too, you never can forget that we're putting in a plus 4405
Yeah.
parlay. So there's that. You know what I mean? Like, I can see if we're doing like yardage or something based on that, but like, how do you think the Rams are going to attack the Lions? Like, how do you think that's going to happen? Do you think they're going to go run the ball at them? They're like, oh, the Lions can't stop the run. I know they were the best of the regular season. It's the playoffs now, though. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, they would never do that. They would be like, we have Matt Stafford and 3 legit receivers, and we could just match them.
No, yeah, it makes sense.
I mean, it just makes sense. Like,
People are like, I don't know, like all the Cowboys. I know you think the Packers are going to be in that game, but like the Cowboys in the wild card weekend, like the last 3 years, have blown everyone out. So they're not bad in wild card weekend.
And again, that's why I took them. I mean, I'm not saying the Packers are going to be in this game.
No, I know why you took it. I'm just talking about the chat. People saying like Dak over interceptions a lock, Cowboys going to choke. Like they destroyed Tampa last year on wild card weekend on the road, and I think the year before that they destroyed someone else. I forgot who it was.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. This isn't a total. This isn't a game they're not supposed to win, or they're supposed to win this game. They probably do.
Yeah,
I think they win. Yeah, no, we are thinking outside the box. Like, no one's not thinking outside the box. I'm on Ross St. Brown didn't catch 2 touchdowns all season. Like, in a game, I don't think. Maybe he did once, but he's not really a touchdown guy. Like, he doesn't even get in the end zone. I think that's outside the box, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did not have one game this season where he caught 2 touchdowns. They go elsewhere. Maybe Dak runs in the playoffs. I mean, it depends on the situation. I mean, I don't think he thinks like, oh, it's the playoffs, I'm going to run now. You know what I mean? I think it's just, I don't know. So we're not doing I'm on Rod St. Brown. Like, we need the group to ride this. Like, that's just, I would think we go with the Rams receiver. They want you to take Kyron. Like, there's no chance you could take Kyron Williams to score 2 touchdowns at plus 400. I mean, I guess you could, but I just don't see how the Rams don't score. The problem is they can spread it around. Maybe we take Stafford to throw 4 or something like ridiculous.
What's his line? 2 or 1.5?
It's probably 1.5. You'd have to go to all 290 for 3 of them, 1,000 for 4. He could throw 3, but I mean
3 I like. 4 might be.
I don't want to do a run. We can't do a running back, guys. I don't know. I mean, he threw 4 against Arizona inside. He threw 3 against Cleveland. Remember that vaunted Cleveland defense that we were just talking about? That, oh, dude, that was crazy. Well, was it? Because Matt Stafford threw 3 touchdowns against them. Now, do you see what I'm trying to say? Like, was Cleveland's defense that good? Like, we're saying that, like, were they though? Like, we're saying there was no signs. It's like, really? Because it feels like 3 touchdowns. I don't know. I don't think they were good. I don't think they were that good. Or as good as, like, they weren't like, we're not talking 85 Bears. That's all. but he threw 3 against Baltimore. I don't know, and it might take 4. I'd say we just throw in the 4 there. Is it that crazy? Be honest.
If you're
Not
throwing
good.
in if you're throwing in the 4, you might as well throw an alt over. Unless you think they're gonna like blow them out and Detroit's not
No,
gonna
I
score.
think Detroit could still win this game.
You should take an over 60 if he's throwing 4.
Or okay, whoa. You know what? New plan. New plan. How about alt pass yard? What if? Will they let us? No, they won't let us do the same game parlay. The game specials. Anybody know that? I agree. I think Stafford could throw 4 touchdowns. That's not that crazy. Goff throws 3 or 4. Actually, you can run on the Rams. I'm not doing
I was gonna
that.
say
And the
8
Lions
touchdown
can run.
passes in a game. When's that happen in the playoffs? Like never.
Man, like that'll happen in the playoffs, dude. Oh, the network even had a graphic ready on how bad the D was on the road. See what I'm saying? Like we're saying Cleveland defense yesterday. Were they good? I don't know. I think that was a media creation. I guess all I'm saying is, do we throw a receiver with him? But I don't think that really helps that much. Low down, I'm with you. I want a blowout. I want a shootout, but no blowout. Yeah, that's right. Super site rep. He could get that in one play. That's a valid point. I watched Stafford lose in Detroit my whole life. Lions money line. Lego. That is exactly why I'm so scared of them. You just said it. I mean, dude, see what I'm saying now, Nigel? Like, I don't even want to watch this just for that. Like, oh, God, this is going to be like watching people just get their hearts ripped out, maybe. I think they can still win, though. I just think he's going to get his. That's fair, right? Like,
Slop, let me ask you a question. Of those 4 quarterbacks playing today, when we talk tomorrow, who's going to be the one that surprised you the least that was terrible?
Goff.
Right? Okay. So I'm just saying that.
Goff. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely Goff.
Like when we wake
All
up
right,
tomorrow and I go, Jared Goff was awful last night, you'd be like, yeah, that makes sense.
figures. Yeah. Nope. Yep. That's what I'm saying. It's just like, yeah, lowdown. Like he did it. Not happening. Lowdown. I want to see. Like you got a ticket. I want to see what your tickets are saying. All right. So the Packers did give up rushing touchdowns. The Cowboys kind of did too. All right. So Stafford just went up to 10-60. He's throwing 4 today. Dude, De Niro, see what I'm saying, bro? Like that could happen, man. That's not that ridiculous. Like, that's not 1060 ridiculous. Like, if we looked up and it was 550, I'd be like, no, I'm good. Like, I'm not doing that. But 4 touchdowns, like, that's not that crazy. He threw 3 against Cleveland. They were the best secondary in the league.
The thing about the 4 touchdown though is you are betting on Goff to be good too, because if he's throwing 4, that means that game is close in the 4th and he's got to throw it or they're behind or something. Like if they're up big, they're just going to run it all 4th quarter, right?
Yeah.
So you're betting on Goff to be good. So might as well take some Goff alts, right?
Maybe he slips one in. Wow, we're not so. What's Love for 3? I think we go a passing touchdown one. Love those 3. Think Dak can get 3?
Yeah. He would be the most confident of all that I would have in all of those guys to get 3.
Odds reflect that. And then we'll say
Love
Goff for 2.
The
There
Love
will be a
one.
-1 in there.
The Love one worries me there.
I think that's the only way that's it. So what do you want to do? 2 for him?
Yeah, I'd go 2.
Let's see what it is. I think,
Oh,
dude, I don't think he's that bad.
do you see that from
I'm,
Super Sit Rep? Look in the chat.
What's he got? I can't. Where's he at? Oh, Rams
Bottom.
total points 24.5. I don't mind that at all.
Even money? How does that not happen?
Yeah, I think they're gonna score. Where am I right now? Oh, I'm on that one. Sorry, guys. I gotta hurry up. I gotta walk the dog. We got big. The fourth graders, huge game today. Revenge spot. 2 touchdowns minus 120. So what do we got for $10? Gets us 630. I mean, Dak 3, Jordan Love 2, Stafford 4, Goff 2. Stafford's definitely throwing 3 if you guys just want to do that. But I mean, then again, it's not a giant lot of.
What happens if you just threw CeeDee Lamb to catch a touchdown in there? It's probably not going to go up much because there's no way Dak throws 3 and CeeDee doesn't get one of them. That's just not possible. So that's probably going to correlate the shit out of it.
No, let's be like, no. I think we put in the Rams. I think the Rams scored 24.5 points tonight. That's certainly possible.
Yeah, it's another one where they're going to correlate it though because they might actually make your price go down.
All right, so we would only get $200 for $10. That's probably happening though.
I could see that.
If you want like a free $200, that this is probably going to happen. Dak 3, Love 2, Goff 2, Stafford 3. You want to do that?
I like it.
All right, chat, that's happening. And what we said the last one? All right, so we got a quarterback. I wish that was more, though, man. I wish I would have just done like 3.
Well, chat, if you guys want to have fun with it, throw some anytime touchdowns in there because we have all those touchdowns happening. So someone's got to catch them.
Jeff, the fourth game, we play on Saturdays and Sundays, man. It's just when we got to play. We had a game yesterday, beat Beverly. We didn't play our best, but we got the W. It was a very early game. I think the game started at like 8 o'clock in the morning. It was in Beverly, too, so we had to travel early. Like, that was big on us. I think we scored like 6 points in the first half. It was tough defensive struggle. More of an offensive struggle, but defense. We'll call it defensive battle, is what we'll say. But we turned it on the second half, ended up with 19 on the day. Big second half team, always have been. Everyone knows that.
That's how you coach it.
Yeah, you hold them down early. We got to do one more. All right, so we got our touchdown one that definitely is going to happen, right? So now let's go yards. This is where we're going to take over. All right, so Jordan Love 300 plus, that's a guarantee. We got it. I'd say 325. I'm telling you, this is a Jordan Love day, probably. And then for Dak, I would say this one is where we throw in our 2 touchdown receptions for CeeDee Lamb. No? Ooh, you see how Jordan Love just went down right when I put it in there? They know, dude. They know.
Are you worried about having parlays that are kind of correlated with each other, though?
Not really. No, not really. They can still get the touchdowns without it. Do you know what I'm saying? So CD scores 2. That's how Jordan Love gets the 325 is the Cowboys, so they're just going nuts. You got to tell yourself a story when you put these together. These guys, you know what I'm trying to say? They're going nuts. Things are getting wild.
I just meant like the other one is correlated with this one. Like Dak throws 3, CD throws 2. Like if Dak doesn't throw 3, CD probably doesn't catch 2. You know what I'm saying?
We just need him to catch 2. That's all. That's all I'm saying. All right, so Stafford goes bonkers, 350. So what does that mean? Goff probably goes nuts. He goes 325. We got for $10 gets us 4K. No one broke a record. Or do you want to go receivers? I would say the Love one has to stay because I think that they play that game from behind the whole time. Do you want to go receivers? But Stafford has 3 of them. The target tree is pretty short there. So maybe we take out that one. Hang on. Yeah. We got to do this. I think I know what we're doing. Guys, I just figured it out. I know what we're doing now. Get Goff out of there. We go receivers in this game. All right, who do we like? We like Puka. I kind of like Puka. I think we go Reed too. And that other one, I think you guys are right. Jameson Williams. They've been talking about how Donovan Peoples-Jones is going to steal his snaps. That's an outright lie. That would never happen. 80 plus is plus 550. 100 plus 920.
You can get that on one play.
Yeah. Anybody got stones? This is not that crazy. I'm telling you, not that crazy. Because, dude, all the coach chatters talking about Donovan Peoples, dude, if that was going to happen, it ain't going to happen now. You know what I mean? Like, they are going to try and slip him in there. Catches 2 bombs. So he catches a 60-yarder in the first half, 42-yard in the second half, catches 3 balls today. He goes over 100. Right? Like, that's not ridiculous. And then you guys like Puka? I think this is where we throw in our Stafford 4, but whatever. I would say we don't want to have a guy go too nuts. So I think we stay with the receivers. I'm getting Jaden Reed in there. So just hang on one second. So far it's Jordan Love 325 plus, CeeDee Lamb 2 touchdowns. Dude, it went down to 550. They know, dude. They're watching.
Jameson Williams 100 plus, right? That's the other one.
And Jameson Williams 100 plus. That's definitely happening. My bad. Let me get Jaden in there, and then we'll find the last. We need a Rams guy. You got to read the tea leaves here. So we're saying 70 plus for Reed. I don't mind it. I think he's good for us. I think the story he's told this season is that he can do this.
Oh, you already have it.
I don't see why he doesn't get 100.
Oh.
I'm telling you. We're not going to work on Tuesday, guys. All right. We're not trying to put a couple $100 in our pocket. We already did that with the other parlay. This one is we're never going to see these people at work again.
Well, the thing with these two, if one of them hits, I think the other one does too.
Yeah, even better. Yeah, so Love doesn't vote for 325 unless Reed gets 100 plus. CD's going to score 2 touchdowns, definitely. That already went down right in front of our face. So that's why Love and Jaden Reed are going to be throwing the ball. Unless we just want to go CeeDee Lamb yardage, you want to just get the touchdown out of there?
It's going to go down a ton, though. That was our biggest one, wasn't it?
Watch this. That was plus 450.
Oh.
Or plus 420. That's what I'm saying. Like,
so we take him 120 plus or something?
Yeah. Getting nuts. No, we doesn't have to score twice. We can only go 125. All right. Reality check. Whatever.
They're worried.
You didn't put it in there. Yeah, you know what?
You didn't put it in there, I don't think. Oh.
I know. What if we did Brandon Cooks?
60 plus?
Dallas has to score, correct? What's up, Joey?
Do you do Cooks 80 plus? Replace your plus 450 with a plus 430?
Cooks 80 plus. I'm just scared of Cooks, but
well, he's a 3 for 100 guy. That's his. He's not going to catch 6 or 7.
Yeah, no, yeah, you're 100% right. Hang on, we're almost there, Chad. This has been the longest stream I think we ever had. Actually, he went 6 for 39 last time. I'm out on him. You know what, dude? I can't even believe I didn't think about this earlier. This is the move. Watch this. Watch what we do. It's how we take over. CD catches 12 balls.
Wow.
He's caught 13 his last 2 weeks. They just force feed him. No one can cover him. They know it. He's caught 12 balls. In the last 2 weeks, he got 13 in each game. Like, when it's time to, like, just win, I mean, he's gotten 10 plus multiple times. Wants to do 10, just a little 10. Okay, so CD catches 10, or do you want to do some yardage? But I mean, I think he can go 150.
You know what I'm curious about is what is so the Vikings beat the Packers back in October. How many did they give up to Jefferson catches?
Look it up.
I am. Oh, he didn't play. Okay.
Musgrave 40 plus. I just want to stay with the superstars. I say we go Lamb plus 150. 150 plus.
Yeah, I like that more than the catches.
Me too. He can get $150, dude.
Yeah, easily.
All right, so that game feels like it's pretty. We got it all set up. That game's Jordan Love. Like, those things are very correlated, is all I'm saying. All right, and then the next game, JMO starts us off with 100. Yeah, Davey, that's what I'm saying. And if he doesn't catch 10, he can still get $150.
Yeah, my only concern with the catches is like in the game where Dallas really blows it out, they might go more
He's not doing it.
conservative.
And he already got his $150.
Yeah, exactly.
So Williams gets his. He's going to be the one, I'm telling you. He's going to be the one that like everyone's like, oh, shit, what just happened? I think you got to go Stafford here. Like 325. Because if JMO's catching bombs, you know what I mean? Then they're going to have to be throwing. I mean, they got a tight target tree, but that's reflected in the numbers. That's what pisses me off. And none of the guys are like a $150 guy. They all could be. Or it's like Kupp and Nakua could be. That's my only issue. Does that make sense? But we cover everybody with that 325 plus. And then JMO, I think that's it. That should get us a decent payday. 10 gets 27K. I just did that. I just talked myself into it. This is going to be the one. All right, so there's the straight one from the other day, but here's the four-legger that definitely happened. The safe one, the safe parlay. $10 get you 225. It's Dak, 3+ passing touchdowns. Love, 2+ passing touchdowns. That's easily happening. Goff, 2+ touchdowns. Matthew Stafford, 3+ passing touchdowns. All right, so that's that one. And then the one that's like, this is the one that's going to get us in the Gambling Hall of Fame, first ballot, no big deal. Jordan Love, 325 plus. Jaden Reed, 100 plus. Jordan Love's not doing that if Jaden Reed doesn't do it, right? So there's that. And then CeeDee Lamb goes $150 on the other side, which is why Jordan Love's throwing all the time. So that's pretty tight. And then the next one, Jameson Williams, 100 plus receiving yards. He just catches 2 bombs today. Matthew Stafford is going to have to keep up with that Detroit offense. So he's going to throw for 325 because they can't just sit on the ball and they can't run on Detroit. $10 gets you 27 grand.
I feel good about that one. That one seems like, I mean, Jameson Williams is the only one there where I'm like, but the rest of them, they all feel like they're going to happen.
Yeah, like not that ridiculous. It's not 27K ridiculous. That's all I'm saying.
No, it feels like it's 2,700 ridiculous, not 27K ridiculous.
Yeah, and that's all it is. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. If you want to hit the OddsJam button, you got the rest of the day to do it before these games start. So, and also, too, it does feel like a Saturday night. I mean, I know it's Sunday, but it feels like a Saturday night because we got 2 more games tomorrow. Everybody's off probably for NBA. Me and Nigel are not off, though. We always work, but most everybody else is. So it feels like Saturday night. So get the button. You know what I mean? Just keep hitting the button all night long. There's college basketball. There's NBA. Again, you're just picking off stale lines all day long. That's it. Promo code SLOP. You get it free for 2 weeks. There's a link in the description. Just hit that link. And I believe, Nigel, does it auto-populate?
I believe it
does. The promo code?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't even have to put SLOP in. It's already in. You have 2 free weeks. Try it out. I'm dead serious. It'll change everything. All right, guys. I'll see you on the other side.
Take it
Later.
easy, everybody. Good luck.